Hey, welcome back to Dirty Trucking with Velox 18. My name's Nick. I'm the owner and operator of Dirty Trucking LLC. I'm joking. All right. For those of you who are just starting your journey with me, I've got a truck here, El Hueso, beautiful 2022 389 Peterbilt, and it's been a while since I've washed it, so I'm getting some hate, catching some flack, but you know what? It's deserved. It's deserved. But we sat in line for a truck wash last week for 2.5 hours before I had to pull out to make my appointment, and sat in a line for an hour and a half yesterday before I had to pull out so I could make it to my delivery. So here we are making a delivery. First stop of the day is offloading this load right here in St. George, Utah. We're gonna do this. We gotta run over and pick up our backhaul, but we gotta start looking for a load for Wednesday afternoon. Otherwise, we may get shut out again. The last few weeks, I haven't been able to find loads later in the week. The load boards have been dry, completely just nothing there. So we're gonna go and we're gonna do that. Let me see, this guy's trying to back in. I gotta get out of his way. I think it's time to roll the music. Roll the music! Alright, so while we wait to get offloaded here, we gotta take a look at what the load board's looking like. So we're gonna look at the load board and see what the DAT load board has for us. I also have the Coyote app, Convoy, Uber Freight, JB Hunt 360, and a few others on my phone. But right now we'll primarily be focusing on the DAT load board because I've already looked at most of those apps and they don't have anything. But I haven't looked at the DAT this morning, so let's check that one out. All right, let's see what we got on this. We got our typical search parameters: 150 miles of Turlock, delivering within 400 miles of Bakersfield. Kind of catches all of California and Vegas and Arizona and some stuff. So tomorrow's date, Wednesday, reefer and reefer van freight. Let's see what we got. We got 35 loads. Okay, let's see what kind of money we got on the board. I'm sorting it by offer rate to see the highest dollar amount that they're offering within my search parameters. All right, this Sunset Transportation, they're offering a load from Hillmar to Vegas, $1,900. Now, I'm not set up with them, but I'm going to have to give them a call and find out about this load and see if I can't fill out a carrier packet and scoop up a load that I think that one will work for me. Depends on what time it picks up in Hillmar, because I do have a later morning appointment in Tracy to deliver this load that I'm picking up today, so I'll have to call on that one and see where it's at. This one, Tulare, is a little further south. It would have to be like a much later appointment to pick up, but I might as well call on that one and see if I can get them to come up to a little bit closer to this price. And other than that, I mean, $1,200 and something to go south isn't ideal. $1,000 to go south. This one's Fresno back up to Stockton. Oh, and it just got scooped up. I mean, this stuff, Fresno to Oakland, it's like, 175 miles, and it's kind of local, but $800 is still a little bit low for that, because it's going to take you all day long, especially since I'm finishing in Tracy. If the load's actually down in Fresno, that's a long way to Deadhead. And it's hard to know because Scotland does this where they post 4 or 5 different cities. So you don't know which city the load's actually coming out of. You have to call them. They're trying to catch different people's attention that are empty in different cities. So, yeah, Sacramento to San Francisco, that's an 88-mile load for $700. That's kind of cool, but it's also kind of hectic to go from Sacramento to San Francisco traffic-wise. Tracy to Oakland. Now, these don't have any offers on them, so you just got to call and find out how much they're offering. So there's some local work. There's some local work up here. up in Northern California. So looks like I got a call on, here's one down to Ontario. They're probably offering 800 or 900 like the other ones were. But anyway, I'm going to call on this load up here and find out what time it picks up and see if it's something that might work out for me, because that's right in the lane that I typically like to run, and the money's not terrible. I mean, it's not the best, but it'll keep this truck moving, that's for sure. So I'm going to call on that one, and I'll let you guys know what happens. All right, we are out of there. We got unloaded. It is 9:30. So things are going quickly this morning, just like I like it. And yeah, so I'm gonna head over to Lighthouse Foods. They're a first come first serve shipper. So you know, I'm not really. This is the earliest I think I'll be heading over there since I've been doing kind of these backhauls for them. So yeah, this should be a really good day. That's how I'm looking at it, because they're one of the best shippers I've ever had to deal with. So anyway, I'm waiting on a phone call back from a broker for a load, that load that I showed you guys that was going from Vegas. I mean from Hillmar to Vegas. It's another cheese load. I know it is, because nothing else comes out of Hillmar. Hillmar's a tiny town, so I know it's a cheese load. But so I'm just trying to get out to Vegas with that, and I'm waiting on a call back from the broker. He said he's going to wait and see if he can push the appointment back a little bit, because it's got a 12:30 appointment, and I was just honest with him that I don't know if I can. You know, I don't want to say yes, I can take a load and then be late, or you know, causing problems. And I know Hillmar cheese is flexible, so I almost did it, but then I just thought, you know what? I've never worked with this brokerage. I don't want to sully my good name before I even have a chance to prove to him that I'm you know, I'm a good carrier. So I just was straightforward with him. He said he was going to try and move the appointment. So now I'm just waiting for a call back from him. So anyway, we're going to head over here to Lighthouse Foods and see if we can get loaded and get headed back to California. All right, made it over here very quickly. I did call the broker on that Hillmar to Vegas load just now while I was driving. I called him back to see if he was able to move the move the thing around, the appointment around, and he sent me directly to voicemail. So I have a feeling that load got covered while he was, you know, waiting to do while I was waiting for him to make that adjustment. So anyway, kind of a bummer, but we'll keep on looking for a load. I'm gonna go get checked in here at Lighthouse Foods in Hurricane, Utah, and you know, we'll see what's up, because this usually doesn't take very long at all, and it's only 10 a.m. so time to get loaded. Let's do this. All right, what do you guys think? You think they got room for me over here on the shipping side? I think they got room for me. So we're gonna get back into our dock and slide the tandems, leave the doors shut, and they're gonna get me loaded. Quick style. All right, so a little bit of bad news. They just came out and said, hey, we're picking your load right now. We're picking the order, and it's short. And so we're in the middle of making more product, and so it's gonna take us about at least an hour and a half. I said, all right. He's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, dude, you guys are like the best shipper I've been to. If, you know, this happens, you know, it's a one-off thing, it's not a big deal, man. If this was every time, then yeah, I might leave a bad review on Google or something, but no, but when it's just like, when they're always getting me out of here in 45 minutes, you know, they've built up a lot of goodwill to where, you know what, hey, you guys gotta do what you gotta do. You know, I don't know where I would have a hard time I mean, honestly, it just makes them a normal shipper at this point, right? It'll be about 2 hours by the time I get out of here. So, I mean, how can we complain about that? They're just a normal shipper now. Instead of being like amazing, great, awesome, now they're just normal. All right, for one trip. So anyway, kind of sucks, but just because they've set the standard, set the bar so high for themselves that now I'm like, oh, I was kind of planning on getting out of here, but it doesn't matter. They're still awesome and super nice about it too. Not weird, they're not rude about it. And so anyway, I am gonna figure out, I think somehow, some way to get some food. I don't know if there's any Uber Eats drivers out here or anything, but I think that's what I'm gonna start looking for next. So anyway, I'll catch up with you guys once we get loaded and get out of here, and once we, get past this little bump in the road, and we probably won't be able to wash the truck again. This is getting ridiculous. All right, we got loaded up. It's just before 1 o'clock. We will be traveling back in time once again as we go from mountain time over to Pacific time. But yeah, we started our day about 3 hours ago, so we've got 11 hours to get home, and then we've got a I didn't like that. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I grinded that gear pretty tough. It was a good one. It was a good one, folks. All right, but anyway, so we're gonna head down the road, and then tomorrow, yeah, we got the 10 a.m. delivery. So it's in Tracy where we're delivering this load. So I'm thinking that we're gonna be able to get home, and hopefully, if we can make it home in time, I'll be able to take my tent off right there in my bed with my family, check in, see how everyone's doing. I'm probably leaving a little bit too late to catch dinner time, but that is just what happens sometimes, man. I really can't get mad at this shipper because they are awesome every other time I've been here, and I've been here 4 or 5 times now. So yeah, this thing is getting whacked out. Okay, but anyway, yeah, so this shipper has been awesome, so I'm not gonna get mad about one mishap on one load. This load's only 21,000 pounds, so I think we were really just waiting for about 900 pounds of product. So anyway, we will get on down the road now, and we'll hopefully make it home in time to take our tent off at home, because that's the plan, that's the goal. And we'll run up 99 once we get into California. So that's the plan, Stan. And I'm ready to go trucking. So let's go, let's roll. Coming into Las Vegas on our way back. So yeah, when we had left earlier, I had said that we started our day 3 hours before. Oh, these guys are trying to get off the freeway. But actually it was 4 hours. So we left over there, and now we've got about 8.5 hours of time left on our clock, and we've got about 8 hours, maybe 7.5 hours from here to drive. So once again, we're gonna be up against our 14, and yeah, we're mashing on the gas. If you guys watched yesterday's video, that was kind of the story of yesterday's video, is just kind of not racing against the clock like crazy, but you know, I ended up with only 15 minutes to spare when I parked the truck. You know, I had 15 minutes left on my e-log, you know, of 14-hour clock available. So that's kind of what today's looking like again. I don't think it's going to be that close, but I say all that because that doesn't give me time to, you know, to stop and waste time or try and wash the truck or stuff like that. So we shall see. There's always a little bit of a slowdown here, even if it is only 2 o'clock. There's always a little bit of a slowdown coming into Vegas. You just really wanted to get in front of me then. I thought they were going to continue crossing over multiple lanes, but no, they just wanted to be in front of me. Alright, that's cool, whatever. That's really where you want to be. You can be there. Wasn't boxing you out or nothing. I'm not one of those guys. I do think it's a little weird. He kind of swerved over in front of me and looked like he wanted to cross over a bunch of lanes. But anyway, alright. We'll keep on getting through here and make our way back to the yard. We'll park in the yard and have ourselves a good night's sleep and a shower. Man, I love a good hot shower. I'm digging it. This little CRV is kind of frustrating me though, because I think they want to get over into those lanes, but they don't want to get into that traffic. So they're kind of like hanging back and not staying up with the traffic in front of them, because I think they're going to slam on their brakes and try and change lanes here pretty quick. That's my guess. Let's see what happens. Just based on how they're driving, that's my guess. Oh, there's the blinker. And there's cutting someone else off. They had a lot of time. They had a lot of time, a lot of opportunities to get over one more lane throughout the last 5 miles since they got in front of me. And they waited until that moment right there, cut someone else off. Some people have weird driving habits, man. And, you know, you just gotta live with them. I mean, how do you? I don't know what to do about that. I really don't. And you know, driving habits seem to be passed down like through your family, and not as much from like where you learned to drive or any of that. It's more about like how your parents drove than you drive like that. So my brothers and I definitely drive like my dad, a little bit aggressive, a little bit fast. And you know, my dad's been known to call people mallards now and then. Look at that mallard. Oh, mallard. I don't know why that was his go-to. I think he just didn't want to cuss in front of us when we were kids, but I have vivid memories of him calling people on the road mallards. Oh, look at that mallard. Anyway, yeah, so I think some people, they just learned how to drive the way they drive, and there's no changing it, man. And they're going to pass that on to their kids. So good luck to the children of the Honda CRV driver. You are getting taught bad habits. And you will cause many accidents. Though you may not actually be in some of the accidents that you cause, because that's how a lot of those drivers are. They cause accidents and they never even realize it. Just keep on driving. All right. Well, we're through Las Vegas. Wanted to show you guys all the pretty buildings. We'll keep on going down the road, and yeah, shouldn't take us more than, like, you know, the whole day to get home. Cool. Sound good? Sounds good. All right, it's just after 5 o'clock, and on Highway 58. We're making good time, We're gonna have to stop and take a 30-minute break. I think I'm gonna try and drop down the hill into Bakersfield. I can either do that or stop up here in Tehachapi, but I think I'm gonna get down to the Merced Avenue Flying J. I should have enough fuel to get there. And yeah, I think I'm gonna just probably only put in like probably just put in a little bit of fuel. I don't think I'm gonna try and I don't want to end up with 3/4 tanks of fuel like I did last week and end up with a huge fuel bill, even though I don't know what loads I'm gonna end up with. I don't know if anything's gonna come through for tomorrow afternoon, but I also have some offers in on some convoy loads for Thursday, so we'll kind of just have to wait and see. We gotta wait and see what ends up happening. But for now, I'm kind of bracing for worst case scenario. And I say worst case scenario. Worst case scenario would be sitting at home with no money coming in this week. But as far as like worst case scenario after today is that I'm not able to find any more loads, or that the loads are just not paying well enough, or they're taking me places I don't want to go. I mean, maybe I'm being too picky. That's possible. But shoot, I'm a picky dude. What can I say? I've got mileage limitations. I've got the rates are down in the dumps. I think I told you guys earlier, it's about $800. The average is about $800, $900 to go to Southern California right now. So the fact that one load was paying $1,900 to go to Vegas, I was ready for it, but missed out on that one, unfortunately. So I'll be looking for Thursday, trying to keep my eyes open for Thursday and hope that I can find something Thursday morning. If I gotta run something Thursday morning that delivers straight through Thursday night or Friday morning, and then come back Friday and deliver something on Saturday, I think I'll do that. I'm willing to do that, but I'm also realizing, I'm ready. I'm bracing for that worst case scenario of what if I'm not able to get something that works. What if I bid too high on a load and then someone swoops in because it's slow and gobbles it up for less money. That's just kind of it's part of the gig, when you're running your own authority and when you're bidding on loads against other carriers. I have a higher cost per mile than most carriers do. I finance my truck, finance my trailer, and I get low fuel mileage. Really bad fuel mileage in this thing. So, my cost per mile is a lot more than other people's. So, at a certain point, adding revenue onto this week would be helpful. But there's also just I don't want to throw miles on my truck just to say I'm throwing miles on the truck. I want there to be value in the miles I put on this truck. So anyway, I'm not giving up yet. Not giving up yet, but I figured I'd talk a little while the sun's going down, because this sunset's it's a winter time. wintertime California sunset. Even though I'm out here in the desert, it's still pretty beautiful. Still pretty beautiful. I'm digging it. So, but I'll shut up now. I'll shut up. I've been accused of talking too much. You realize this is my channel, right? Like I can talk as much as I want, sucker. But anyway, all right. This is where we'll cut this off, and I'll catch up with you guys when we stop and when we get some fuel. How about that? All right, let's go. All right, we made it down here to the Flying J in Bakersfield, Merced Avenue. Looks like we got a few open pumps, so that's good. Let's get over here. How about that? But yeah, man, we made it. We're making good time. We're just gonna we're just missing the you know, we're about an hour. It's about a 9-hour drive right now, so that means we have to take a break. If it was 8 hours or less, we wouldn't have to take a break, but we gotta take a break, so we're gonna take a break. So that'll make our total drive time about 9.5 hours, and we'll have a little over a half hour left on our clock. But let me get some fuel and some dinner, and then we'll keep on trucking. All right, and just like that, we are back at the yard. It's 9:50, so pretty accurate on my timing estimate, just about 10 o'clock, and so now I'll be able to reset my clock by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'll probably leave here around 8:30, give or take, and we'll head over to the delivery. So sometimes, man, that was like one of those Chevy Blazers from like the mid 90s, and they had one of those light bars, and I've seen people put them on the roof, right? And it's like, bleh, eh, like off-road style. And I've seen them put it down like under the bumper, and it's like, rah, rah, right? I've seen it both styles. I've never seen it on top of the hood, right underneath the windshield, just rah, rah, like that. That's what that looked like to me. I've never seen anyone put one right there. Put a big old light bar across the whole thing. Rah! Just screaming at you when it goes by. Anyway, all right, that's it for this video. If you guys want to buy some Velox 18 crap, there's stuff down there in the shop. And yeah, man, that's it for this video. It was pretty good day. I mean, we had that little delay over there, that 3-hour delay. Could you imagine if I had gotten here 2 hours earlier? I mean, what time is it now? It's 10 o'clock. I would have got here at 8 o'clock, man. I'd have got here at 8 o'clock, and I'd have been strolling in before bedtime. Just talking to my wife. All the kids are in bed except for Miles. You know, he's 17. He doesn't have a bedtime anymore. We're like, hey, you're the one that's gonna have to wake up for school in the morning, and if you don't, we will, you know, kick your butt to get you out of bed. So you just gotta go to bed in time to wake up. You know, sometimes I'll have a conversation with him like, hey man, like, be smart. Don't stay up too late, all right? Like, think about how you're gonna feel in the morning. Make that decision tonight, how you're gonna feel in the morning, because if you just stay up just to stay up, you're gonna feel like crap in the morning, and it's gonna catch up with you. Believe me, as a truck driver, I know about sleep, all right, and the necessity for it. All right, I'm rambling because I'm tired. I love you guys. Peace out. That's it for this video. Get out of here. Oh yeah, and one more thing while I walk over here to the pickup. We looked for loads earlier, but I was not able to get anything, nothing set up. So that's something else we're gonna do on tomorrow's video. We're gonna be looking for loads again. We're just gonna be hopefully able to find something. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll be able to find something, because right now we got nothing. We got nothing planned for the rest of the week except for to make this delivery. So we're gonna make this delivery in Tracy and then see what happens. I have 3 bids in. One of them I already got underbid by about half as much money for cheese loads going from Lemoore, from Leprino Foods, up to Tracy. So I was gonna drive down and pick it up and then drive back. So I'm probably not gonna get the other ones. Those are for Thursday. But I don't have anything for tomorrow, nothing for Thursday, nothing for Friday yet. So we gotta get on. We gotta make some stuff happen. We gotta make some stuff happen because it's all fine and dandy having good loads, you know, on Monday and Tuesday, but doesn't mean much if you can't capitalize on it. You know, it's like having a good, you know, breakfast and then not eating the rest of the day. That doesn't make sense. So anyway, all right, this is the real end of the video. Love you guys. Peace out. See you on the next load. All that good stuff.